Hello everyone! Today's video is my October Shop My Stash kind of monthly makeup bag, and I'm going to be putting back the products that I used in September and pulling new ones for October. And I've kind of already got plans for what I want to pull. I am so excited. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia or in the South for a long time in the United States, and I currently live in Sweden. We've been here a little over a month. And they have like real seasons here. I know that sounds so ridiculous, but I think at home in Georgia, it was like you got fall weather for like a week, 2 weeks, and then it was like really cold. So it was like winter again. So and summer lasted forever. It's just always hot and humid. So it's like today, for example, it is like 47 degrees out right now Fahrenheit, which is cold. And the lows are in like the 30s, which is like my dead of winter kind of norm. So it is full on fall here. I have my like loungy comfy sweater on because I can, because it's freaking cold outside. So I'm not doing anything today, so I figured today it's the first day of October, so it's a good day to switch out obviously my monthly makeup bag. And so we're just gonna jump in. I'm going to do all the stuff that I store up here on the top first. So for September, I used this Winter Candy Apple Spray, but I'm ready to change out my scent for like a vanilla scent. So we're going to do Vanilla Bean, and I even have the matching lotion, so I'm going to use both of these. And so very excited for those. I'm going to continue to use my Ofra Makeup Fixer spray. This is my only open setting spray at the moment, so I'm just going to use it all the way up, so no change there. I also have 3 or 4 pairs of lashes. These are almost done. They're almost dead, but if I can get one more use out of them, that'd be great. But I have these pulled. I have my Lily lashes in Havana, and I'm going to keep using these. They're beautiful, very fluffy. And then I have 2 Ardell's, and they're very nice too. They're definitely not as dramatic as this lash, but I'm just gonna keep using these lashes until they die a glorious death. And I apologize, I'm still battling the very end of this cold. I feel like I've almost defeated it, but if I sound nasally, that's why. So for the month of September, I had pulled my Modern Renaissance palette, my Norvina palette, and my Subculture palette, and I very, very much enjoy. Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows are one of my favorites. This formula and Lorac formulas are my absolute 2 favorite eyeshadow formulas, and there were so many great anyways, I talk more about it in my recap video, so look out for that one. I'm not gonna go on and on that way. This video would be way too long if I talked and gushed over that. I very much enjoyed these. Check out my other video, my monthly makeup bag recap, if you want to see thoughts and how I used these for that. So yeah, I'm putting these back, but sorry, let me put these back first. So I am going to keep out my Subculture palette because here's what I think. This is the one I wore least in the month of September, but I think that these colors they are fall. They are the embodiment of fall. And how often am I gonna get to wear this if I don't pull it this month too? So this is staying out, but I'm also really looking forward to wearing like bronzy, brown, orangey colors, and I am gonna pull my Morphe 3502 palette because it is so it's just a giant pumpkin, and I'm not one of those pumpkin spice everything girls, but I am excited to wear this. I don't get to wear this too often because it's so fall appropriate, but I'm gonna make good use of it. And my main goal this month is I'm gonna try to wear all the shimmers that I can. So in the October recap, keep an eye out for it, because I'm gonna talk about whether or not I used all these shimmers and how I felt about it. So these will be my main 2 palettes, but if I need any other shades, I'm not going to try to wear all the shades out of the next ones, but I am going to pull this Athena Bad Habit palette. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette, And I've played with it like once or twice. I like the mattes, they're pretty good, but the shimmers, like I was just expecting a lot more, and I shouldn't have been. It's a super cheap palette. But I'm gonna try to give it one more shot and see if I maybe can learn how to work with the shimmers a little bit better. But if I don't really use this palette a ton, I won't be mad, because my ultimate goal is to use these two way more. And then, just in case I want an all matte look, or if I need some matte shades, I'm gonna pull this Too Faced Natural Matte palette. Now for last month, I had pulled one bronzer trio from Butter London, and I'm going to put it back this month. And to replace it, I'm going to pull this Makeup Revolution. The packaging is like all worn off, but it's their Ultra Contour palette, and it's got two highlights and two like kind of setting powderish shades that you can use. And yeah, and technically this is a highlighter too, but you can, I enjoy it over the top of my bronzer if I want like a glowy bronzer look. So I'm definitely going to use this month. And I would be so excited if I hit pan on one of these bronzer shades. Again, my recap videos are gonna, I keep track of how often I use a color in a palette even. Like I have the individual colors marked. And if I hit pan, then I kind of talk about it. Because obviously this has no pan, so I would literally be so excited if I hit pan. And then last month I used my Tarte Blush Bazaar palette, and so it's going back. And in its place, I'm going to pull two little guys right here. This is my Laura Geller, I don't know, it's like a New York blush palette of some sort, I have no idea. But it's got three glowy blushes in it. This one's a little pink, this one's a little more pink and slightly coral, and this one's very bronzy. And I'm going to use that. And then this Stila is technically a face palette, like it has eyeshadows and two blushes. I'm probably mostly going to focus on the blushes. And so these are two, I think, decent matte blush options, so that'll be good. So in September, I had both the Sugar palette and the Aurora palette. This Sugar palette has two pinky kind of highlights and two gold highlights, and I wore this one a ton. I very much enjoyed it, and I do think I'm going to wear a lot of gold this month because of those orange bronzy tones, but I think I'm going to put this back for a little while because I have some other gold highlights that I want to get some use out of, even though this is like one of my favorite things ever. And then I wore this a lot. I wear this when I do, well, I didn't wear it today, but when I do very simple makeup on my face, I will, for fun, pop a like colorful highlighter on just to have some interest. I wore this purple a lot. This is my favorite color in the palette. And so I'm going to use this again, but I'm going to try to use more of this greeny tone and maybe this other peachy orangey Eclipse tone. So I'm going to keep that out, but I won't put pressure on myself to wear it a ton because I've already used it in September. And I'll get to the other highlights later. This was what I used on light makeup days in September, and I'm going to continue to use this. I'm going to continue to focus on these two shades and this shade as much as I can, and then maybe this highlighter, I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm going to keep this out and keep using it on, I don't use it every day, but when I want a cream contour highlight, or yeah, this is it. So this is good. And so that's everything for the top up here. I'm going to readjust the camera and we'll go to my drawers. Alright, this is probably the worst angle ever and probably worst lighting ever, but we're just going to try to go with it. So for foundation, or for primer, I'll start with primer. I had my two Ulta Beauty primers and a pore filling primer, and actually I think I'm going to keep all three of these out again, but I'm also going to pull a glowy primer just when I want some extra glow. For foundation, I had three choices. I had my It by Lines foundation that was pretty new to me. I think I'd used it one time before. And I'm going to put it back. Again, if you want to hear my thoughts on some of these products, look at that recap video. I used my Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and I'm going to put it back. This one has a little ball in it to help you mix up the pigment in it because it's pretty liquidy. Comes out, you drop it on a sponge, and yeah. This was pretty good over my cream contour kit, and since I pulled it again, I'm going to pull this one more time. Now, for concealer, I used this CoverGirl Outlast concealer, and I had my Ulta primer. I'm going to keep using this. It's almost gone. I'm going to use it all the way up. And then for a concealer, I'm going to give myself more than this one option because I found myself having to pull other options on days when I want more coverage. So for this month, I'm going to pull my Tarte Shape Tape, and let's see. I'm going to do Master Conceal. I need to pull this because I'm almost done with it. It probably has like one more use, 2 at the most in it. I need to get it done. So I'm going to pull these 2, and maybe even, yeah, this little like hydrating under to go under the Tarte Shape Tape since it's kind of drying. Now for powder, last month I used the Fit Me loose powder and this CoverGirl, which I had to repress like 2 times because it keeps cracking. So I'm going to put back the Fit Me, and I'm going to use this Coty Airspun when I want a loose powder. And then I'm going to try to use the powder in the powder. This one's pretty, I feel like I made a good dent in it, but I'm going to try to use the powders in my contour kit, and then I will pull one glowy powder in case I want a glowy look. This is the Milani Prep Set and Glow. So yeah, we'll pull those. And I also pulled, sorry, my last month's stuff and this month's stuff are getting a little mixed together. I had the Wonder Pencil from NYX and the L'Oreal Silk Kiss-Me liner. I'm going to keep this liner out, but I'm going to trade this Wonder Pencil in for a white one because I just want to try to use this thing up. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, so I'll force myself to kind of use it. I pulled this last month and I didn't end up using it, so I'm going to leave it out again because I do think that green can go really well with some of those warm brown tones or those orange tones. And to go with it, I'm going to pull, so that the Bad Habit palette had a lot of shimmers in it, but like I said, I don't really like that formula very much. The 3502 palette has shimmers, but they're all very similar orange bronze tones. So to give myself some color options and to just get some use out of these, I'm going to pull all of my Wet n Wild eyeshadows. I'm going to pull a lot of singles to go with that 3502 palette. And then I'm going to pull all 4 of these ColourPop shadows here. So this is Fringe. It's just a nice kind of neutrally glitter top kind of color. This orange color and I Like You. This is an orange matte color, but I think it might help if I want to do like a really bold orange look. I'll use this underneath it. This is in Monkey Business. And then this is like a deep purpley pink color that I think would be fun. And Wild Thoughts is the name of this one. And so I would be really glad and proud of myself if I got use out of all of those items. I'm also going to pull this glitter here. I've never tried it. I've only swatched it, and so I think now's a good chance to use it. And I'm also going to pull this glitter liner from NYX that looks like it's starting to separate a little or settle. I don't know. I haven't really used it that much, so hopefully it's not dried out or anything. But I'll use this and try to get some use out of it. For brows, this is what I store my brows in. For brows, I had used the e.l.f. brow kit and this Make Me Brow over the top and then some days I would use my Benefit Ka-Brow. I'm going to try to do something completely different this time. I'm going to use some of my pencils because I have way too many pencils right now and I kind of prefer a pomade or a powder. So I'm going to use this NYX Micro Brow in Brunette. And then I have this e.l.f. one that's really dark in like deep brown or something. I don't even know the color. Yeah, deep brown. It's very dark. So over the top of it, I'm going to take this light brownie browns, soft brownie browns, to kind of soften it up. And then the other one I think is okay, and I'll pull this Maybelline Brow Precise to go over the top of it. And just in case I really want to, I'm going to pull this NYX powder too. Alright, for highlighter, like I said, I really want to pull some gold tones. So last month I had this ColourPop Wisp highlighter, and I really like this formula. Oh, I forgot about this thing. Okay. I really like the ColourPop formula, so I'm going to pull Lunch Money. This is a great goldy highlighter, and so yeah, this will be great for October. I'm also going to pull this Ulta lipstick, and I've been using it as a cream blush, and it's all beat up, but it's a good corally color, and I think that will go well underneath especially some other blushes, so we'll do that. And I'm also going to pull this highlighter. This is Stila's Kitten. Yeah, Stila Kitten, and it's a great champagne shade, so when I want something that's not gold, I'll go this. I'm also going to pull one more bronzer. This is my Butter Bronzer. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a tiniest little bit of pan there, so I'd really like to see how much I could expand that in the month of October. Alright, I feel like I've pulled a ton, but let me kind of give it a good look. I really want to try this too. This is a brown coffee metallic kind of liner. I think that could be fun. So I'll pull that. I need just a basic black liner. So that's just an old, really old NYC, like super, I'm probably got it at the dollar store or something. I'm gonna pull that. And then I'm also gonna pull this. This is the Revlon Color Stay. I don't really like this particular shade, but I'd like to get some use out of it before I get rid of it, or potentially use it all up. But this is just a gold color. I'm gonna use this underneath maybe some, I'll try it underneath some of those Bad Habit shimmers and see if that helps at all. Alright, so let's do lips last. And last month I only had a couple options for last month, but I know I'm gonna pull more this month, but not, you know, I won't see as much progress on them because I'll hopefully wear them. But if I wear some of my liquid lipsticks that I end up pulling like one time, I'll be happy. So I had this Ulta Beauty lip balm. I'm gonna keep this out. I'm almost done with it and I'd like to use it up, so keep this out. I will put back my Revlon balm, my Celeste Buxom gloss, and my Buxom Dolly lipstick. And this Palladio Casey Holmes liquid lipstick was great, but it can go back. This Lorac Pro lipstick in the color Autumn is a really, really good warm lipstick color shade, so I'm going to keep that out. And then this was Stila's Baka, and I wore it once, so I was proud of myself because, again, I don't really wear liquid lipstick that often, so it can go back. But I'm going to pull more liquid lipsticks and try to at least wear them one time. And I'm going to pull these guys right here at the front. Yeah, that's one that's supposed to be. This guy, or these are all mostly Wet n Wild, but I'll do the non-Wet n Wild first. So this is a NYX lip lingerie in the color Exotic. So that was a cool kind of terracotta color. This is Rubino by Stila. It's a nice deep crimson kind of color. And then this is a cool tone brown by NYX called Honeymoon. And then I have three liquid lipsticks by Ulta, or by Wet n Wild, that are, one's a metallic in the shade Coral Crown. And then we have Give Me Mocha and Flame of the Game. This is my favorite orange lipstick, and I think October will be such a good excuse to wear it more. So for lipsticks, I'm going to pull this Bite Beauty in Toast, and it's a cool like burnt orange kind of color, and I think again that's a great time to wear it with those orange toned eyeshadows. I'm going to leave this burgundy one behind. I'm going to try to get some use out of these glossy ColourPop lippy sticks. This one's Skimpy and Bound. I'm going to pull some lip liners to go with those. And then I have this little balm. It's an orange kind of balm. Not very glossy, but from CoverGirl. I'm going to use that. And for gloss, I'm going to use these three. This is Buxom's Jasmine. Very pretty kind of crimson color. I have a kind of bronze shifting gloss and an orange gloss. And then I also am going to pull all of my Wet n Wild pencils. Got Plum Together, Bear to Comment, and Never Petal Down. These are great options to wear under some of those glosses or the lippy sticks. And then I have one lip liner that's almost done that I'd like to use some. And then lastly, I think I'm going to pull these two lip liners here. This is Natural Beige and Brown. These were just like Amazon finds, and they're pretty decent to be sold on Amazon. And then 4 more and I'm done. I'm going to pull, the cap on this Bite Beauty lipstick broke and it's so annoying. Anyways, this is my perfect nude lip in the color Caramel. It's beautiful. It's like a warm tone nude. So pretty. I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull Bite Beauty's Rosewood. I'm going to pull this orange kind of shimmery shade from the Star Wars CoverGirl collection. It's fun. It'll be fun to wear over that gloss balm. And then this is a brown lipstick by Lorac. And I almost forgot to finish pulling foundation. So for foundation, for a matte option, I'm going to pull my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And for a more dewy option, I'm going to pull my Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. And this is a little bit more work because I would prefer like a pump or something, but I do like it a lot, so I'm going to try to get some good use out of this. This is a foundation that I normally just wear on special occasions, but I think it'll be fun to wear it for a solid month and see how much use I actually get out of it. So this is everything that I'm pulling for the month of October. It admittedly is a lot of product, and I think I might have spread myself a little too thin this month, but we'll see. That's the point of this kind of thing, is that I can learn what works for me and how I rotate my things. So I scribbled down everything that I'm using. I have several pages of tracking to keep up with how many times I use things, if I use all the shades in certain products. So keep an eye out for the end of the month video, like a recap of my makeup bag. And yeah, this is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.